half full, the revival.
Yeah, peace and blessings. It is your boy Eli Rax, aka Vibes, and welcome to New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And I'm here with my brothers, man. You guys know who this is, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's Spee, if you nasty.
Hey, look, yo, get a little extra something, a little extra look in his
Look at those
You see
setup.
it, right? And of course, with my brother LFA, aka White Jersey, aka Blue Jersey, aka Damon Daniel. And shout out to you, yes, you, the revivalists in the chat. Please hit the thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And don't forget that good old super chat is open too. Just to let you know, and super chat. And guys, we got a lineup for you guys here today. We got the revivalist fan of the month coming in, Chris Peace, and then we still got Big Dash coming into the building here as well.
Go.
But first, guys, hold up. We had an eventful week. Let's go around. I'm gonna start with El Jefe here, man. Tell the people what we did last week, man, and what's coming up as well. What's going on?
That was so fun at camp. I mean, just such a good day. We got to meet a lot of people that we've been trying to meet for a while or been talking to for a while. Just people that you feel like you already knew, but you just had to get this out of the way. You just had to get that Like I remember when I met Eli, I talked to him for a year first before I met him, and we hugged in the parking lot like long lost brothers. And I felt like I met him for the first time, but also I was like seeing him for the first time in 30 years or something. Like I don't know, it was a kind of bro hug that just doesn't happen very often.
And if you don't mind, let me just fill in that little ... too, F. Honestly, man, when we literally looked at it and we just hugged each other, just hugged it out, man. It was like, dude, it felt like I knew you for years, even though we only been speaking for about a year. You know what I mean? Now we're like, oh, brothers, like, hey, bro, yeah, you know what I mean? But that particular day, man, was just something great. It was like a long lost friend that we haven't seen each other in a while. We hugged for a little bit. Guys, it was epic. It was epic. But go ahead, man. Go ahead. That's all I wanted to add. Go ahead.
Spiro looks so tall on camera.
I know. I got.
He's really tall in real life.
There we go. There we go.
Well, actually, I kind of like the tall angle.
Yes.
Speed's like 6'2" guys in real life, just to let you know. He's a pretty big guy.
He gets taller every time I see him.
Right. Still going at age 30. Well, I'm 30 years old. Sorry, 30 years old.
Yeah, 30.
30 years old.
We had so much fun that we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back
We
Friday.
will be back.
At least a couple of us.
Speed, let me get your point of view if FA's done, man. How was camp for you, man?
Oh, dude. It was, I mean, listen, I've been going to camp for what feels like about a decade now, but every time it's fun, man. Every time it's getting to get down with the people. And now, especially that we have, a little platform and people get to know us, it's great to like Jeff said, just mingling with people. And just an FYI for people, if we do meet you guys, really give us an introduction with like your Twitter handle and actual name, because sometimes and Eli's good at this, but I'm not as good at like spotting people and remembering people. And I know all you guys out there, but just a real name and a Twitter name. And I love meeting you guys, man. It was so much fun. We made so much good friendships. We were down on the field, mixing it up with everybody, man. Shout out Madeline Berg. Shout out Chris Biz from Giant Insider. Got to hang out with them a lot. And it was just everything we could imagine and more, man. I had a great time.
I gotta double down on what Spiro just said. If you come up, make sure you let us know how you know us. I felt like such a dick. This guy came up to me and he said, "Hi, what's up?" I just gave him a fist bump because I never met him before, knew his face. Turns out he's a subscriber on Twitter. He's like a Twitter subscriber of mine, and I sent him a ticket to go to camp that day. And he was probably like, "Hey,
this guy is yeah."
And I was like, hey, what's up, man? Anyway,
it sucks. It sucks when we don't get to acknowledge people, but go ahead, E.
No, but you're absolutely right. Just to piggyback what you guys are saying too, right? Because we walk by. Listen, number one, when we walk back and forth, I don't realize how, not to say how big this platform is, but we got to understand we do have a platform. But just walking one side of the field to the other was revival. And I'm like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. And I remember us going to the front row to sit with Mark and I believe Scoops. Shout out to them.
Adriana too, by the way.
Shout out Adriana too. Word, we met her too. And I remember this one lady as Hefe walked by, Spiro walked by. She's kind of giddy, right? And I'm like, "What's going on?" Then I walk by and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" She's like, "Hey!" And so, guys, just to say, listen, let us know who you are. We remember. Don't worry, right. We got you.
Tell Jay the proper way to introduce yourself if you see us.
Twitter handle, real name. Twitter handle, real name. That's it. That's it.
You should say, "Hey, I'm JS. I'm JS. Well, I see your YouTube shows, and my Twitter handle is JSXXX69 for life." Whatever.
420.
It's weird, but that's how we know people. You know.
Yeah, I can't guess. I don't know if y'all like the show or you just regular fans. Like, we don't know, you know. So just say what up, man. Give us a 5. We mad cool, man. Don't worry.
Listen, I have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jeff.
Just say we'll hang out with absolutely any of you.
Everybody.
So everyone. come up and say hi. Is the
I have my
speaking of everybody. Hold on. Speaking of hanging out with us, there is a date coming up where you guys should come and hang out with us. We're giving out the first round on us, man. The date is coming soon. Look out for that tweet. We got you guys. Trust me. Come through, man. We want to see you guys, man. We want to see the family.
Week from tonight, right? Week from tonight.
Week from tonight. We'll get the exact date for you guys out, I believe, sometime the end of this week, if I'm not mistaken, right, guys? Or maybe sooner than that. But we'll work it out, man. Come check us out. You know what I mean? But Speed, I'm sorry, man. What you got?
Yeah. No, I was just saying I was sporting my no DJ slander shirt. A lot of good action over there. And I
shout out Darius Slayton. That's all I'm gonna say.
Darius Slayton, he's gonna be wearing our shirt soon. So get the shirt now before it starts popping off and everybody
before the price skyrockets. Go get
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Go get that. Get that merch right now while it's hot. Because I tell you, Darius Slayton got his no DJ slander shirt, and a couple other people did too. So you're gonna see that maybe in a Giants locker room. Who knows? I mean, I ain't giving nothing away yet. In case Mark B just joined and he missed his shout out, we said thank you, Mark B and Scoobs. They saved us a seat. Yes, they did, man.
The best.
They hooked it.
Mark, you're the best, man.
So thank you, Mark.
Appreciate you, Mark, man. For sure. But guys, we got a stacked lineup show, man. Shout out to everybody here, man. Like I said, hit the thumbs up, etc. But let's get into a little bit of New York news, man. Because right now you got the Mets and the Yankees, man. I don't think they're gonna make noise, Speed. But give me the rundown of what's going on with both those teams, please, for the people.
Listen, I'm gonna start with my Mets right now. So it was a shock to the system. I said to you guys off the show that in no time in history, I feel like, has a team really went all in as you could possibly be by spending the most money ever spent in a professional sport on one team. Stevie Cohen went all in, $350 million, go win the World Series. Total disaster. It ended up being a flop. But you know what? The ball's on my owner to admit defeat right away and say, hey, listen, how can we pivot now? What do we have to do to get better in the long run? And he said, listen, I'm going to sell every one of my high-price assets. The 38-year-old closer, Robertson, gone for a little early than I wanted, but he got 2 young prospects for him. Max Scherzer, 38 years old, out.
Damn.
Justin Verlander, 39-year-old, having a good season, out. Got two of Astros' best prospects back. Got the Texas Rangers best prospect for Scherzer, Meatball Max, we call him now because he stinks. He's out. But listen, we traded out all of our vets that are not going to be here long term. And listen, the Mets are 5 games under 500. They had multiple times to get into this, and they just kept falling over themselves. They had a chance to do it this year, and they blew it. So Steve's like, all right, you know what? I'm cutting this off, and I'm going to build it for the future. He said in his press conference earlier, if this team doesn't pick it up, we're going to – hey, but listen, we restocked our farm system in one fucking trade deadline. One trade deadline, we went from middle of the pack to now it's top 10. That's how you win long term. And I'm impressed by the balls on our guys like Epler and Cohen to do that. Now, juxtapose that with the Yankees. They're a little bit closer to the wild card here.
Did he just say juxtaposed? Wow.
Big word there. Big word for everybody out there.
A word he will not be able to say at the end of the show, by the way.
Maybe not. I'm drinking tequila. So there's a good chance that I'm not going to do
Juxtaposition.
Juxtaposition. But the Yankees decided, hey, we're going to buckle down and go for it. They're going to buckle down. They're 3.5 games out. Only 3 less than the Mets, but hey, they're going for it. They wanted to go for it. They got Judge back. They thought that'd be enough. Rodon is back from injury. They thought that'd be enough. They picked up a bullpen arm and just said, hey, this is the team we got. We think it's good enough to beat, the Jays and the Red Sox and the people right in front of them. And good for them. I personally might have disagreed with whether I don't think this is a championship caliber club they got. They maybe should have retooled a little bit and got back to it like the Mets did. But good for them. I'm happy with how I'm not happy how the Mets traded and folded and are a seller and the worst team money can buy. But I like how we pivoted. I don't think the Yankees pivoted when they probably should have too. That's what I'll say on 2 of the baseball clubs. I don't know what you guys think on a situation. Would you have gone for it if you're the Yankees? They're an old club. They're basically held up by Aaron Judge. Judge is carrying all these motherfuckers on his back and trying to will them to the playoffs. Smart move, dumb move, in your opinion?
Listen, let me say this. First, we'll start with the Mets, right? As far as the Mets, man, you got to love the way that they pivot, right? You got to love the way how the future is looking for the Mets. You finally have a competent old owner. You finally do.
Before you get to it, he essentially threw in money for all these big guys to get better prospects. He bought prospects, which has never been done before in MLB. You don't see that. He threw in extra money to pay for his guys to get the top higher prospects when the Wilpons would have never done that. So keep going.
No, the Wilpons. Listen, but Cohen, man, shout out to him. I think the Mets are going to be in great shape for the future. As I'm looking at the Yankees, like you said, they're an older team, right? They don't really quite go for it all, It's just they're kind of stagnant with, Judge is that guy kind of carrying that team, right? So they should have kind of went, lack of a better word, balls to the wall and got the proper people in there per se. But right now, man, if they make the wild card, they'll make a little bit of noise and then the Yankees will fizzle out again, unfortunately, man. That's the way I see it. Until they figure something out, man. I just don't know what's missing. Until then, the future of the Mets is looking a whole lot brighter than the Yankees. And that's crazy to say with the history of the Yankees at this point. But you got anything?
Well, like Mets, you got
baseball fan. I just noticed his new name. Yes. Casual baseball fan here.
And I am admittedly a casual baseball fan.
So, I'll admit it. I don't know.
So,
definitely.
I got you guys.
By the way, I thought that was a Mets shirt that you wouldn't even put on, that you just had thrown over your shoulder.
No, this is my golf towel. All right. This is my golf towel. Yes.
That's your tequila towel, just in case
you're right.
Make a mess of yourself. Juxtapose. Shout out to the Mets for being sellers when you got to be sellers and not just hanging out for no reason. You got young prospects. Good. Look ahead. And Yankees, I don't know what they have to do to get over the hump because every year I hear, they have the best bullpen in baseball. They just need this. They just need one piece. Then they get that piece and it's something else breaks. So I don't know what they need, but they haven't been it in a long time, man. It's 14, going on 14 years since they've won anything.
New York in baseball, man. New York baseball.
We're not that far removed from thinking Yankees and Mets are both going the distance. Like this could happen. So what are you going to do? We digress.
Enough baseball talk because I don't want to bore you guys. But for those that are interested, we have Casey from Shay Hello coming to talk about the Mets trade deadline moves. We're going to it's a little 20-minute, 30-minute interview. We'll talk about strictly Mets, and then we have Barstool Hubs from Barstool, obviously coming to talk Yankees from Short Porch. Very good, very very knowledgeable guy. If you want to talk baseball. We got a Mets show. We got a Yankee show. We'll air that for you guys at some point soon, too. So up next, though, without further ado, why don't you bring him in?
Now, guys, just to let you know, we try to do this a little bit every month. But, hey, we get drunk and forget sometimes, right? And then we go, fan of the month. That's right. We got this thing going. So, guys, we want to continue this, right? We got our number 2 fan of the month coming up. And you guys know who this is. That is Mr. Chris. Please, round of applause, round of applause, round of applause, round of applause. Hold on, I haven't heard this thing in a while. I need this ding. What's going on? Chris, thank you so much for being the Revivalist fan of the month, man. It's a pleasure having you on. How's your day going, man? What's going on?
It's been a nice day off from work. Ran a few errands.
Just kicking it.
Now you're here.
That's pretty much.
Now you're here.
Just sit here, right for a beer.
Let's
Well,
go,
let's cheers
man.
to that.
Cheers
Let's
to that.
give a
Cheers
shout out to
that.
Brandon.
Hey,
This
there
looks
we
like
go.
a.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh,
we go.
I think
I
our,
like
our,
that.
Thank you,
our
sir.
next guest is Dash. I think it was Dash who started the just because. You know, sometimes
That's it.
We
sometimes
appreciate the
so
just becauses.
thanks to Dash. This is officially a just. If you don't have a comment and you're just sending a couple dollars to us, number one, you're
Okay.
awesome. Number two,
Yes.
it's called a just because. So cheers.
Cheers to just because.
Cheers.
Just
Appreciate you, buddy.
here's just
Appreciate it.
because.
Let's
Chris,
go.
we're gonna get your opinion because on the way to Giants training camp, man, I do remember
Ooh.
Spiro. We're talking, we're in the middle of conversation, regular stuff, and he just like, we just signed Andrew Thomas, and we just realized, man, we didn't really speak about this, man. So please give us your thoughts, Chris Peace. And by the way, that is really his name, Peace. That's fire right there. I just want to let you
so
know.
fire.
But give us your thoughts, man, on
So-
Andrew Thomas extension and etc. How was you feeling?
All right, so I'm at work, and I get up, walk to the bathroom, come back to the bathroom, pick my phone up, and I have notifications from Twitter about, from various, Giants fans and Giants content creators about this. I'm like, this can't be real. It's 6:45 in the morning. So
They were.
Thanks,
up
of
early.
course
They were
of
up early
course I-
working on this one.
Oh yeah, so of course I start scrolling Twitter, and then I get the official NFL notification. I'm like, holy crap, this is real. I might have
It's
shouted
real.
a little bit. I might have shouted a little bit. I just a little bit.
Oh,
There you
my
go.
God, dude. It
So,
was a
guys,
beautiful
let's-
thing.
Let's ask the rest of the guys in here, man. Let's ask El Jefe, man. What do you think, man? Andrew Thomas, we extend him, man. How you feeling about this, brother?
Yeah, it was a matter of time, and I love that they got it done. I feel like Joe Shane had a checklist, right? And it was one thing at a time. Get your quarterback locked up. Get your star defensive tackle locked up. He was always talking to Saquon. Didn't happen. Move on to the next one. And that one seemed to come together pretty quick. I think that it was a really, really nice. The way the contract is laid out is really nice. He's not going anywhere, dude. I mean, this is you have a top tier blindside protector at the helm to grow with. Daniel Jones to be there for whomever the quarterback of the long-term future may be. Like this one of the most important positions in football is locked up with a top tier guy. So that's what you want. Did the right thing. Give that man his money.
Beautiful.
Totally agree, Spee.
Yo, I mean, listen, like E, as you said, we were talking, and I see the AT pop up, and I lost my mind. I literally had a tear in my eye because I was so happy. I mean, listen, you got Saquon locked up the day before. Once that money came about, it's like, all right, next move. And we all in our minds just assumed that AT was going to get done next year. So to get locked up and have that, they freed up money. They gave him a good contract, but it was structured in such an awesome way. I don't know if you guys read the article, but I retweeted from Spot Track. They just, I'll tell you what, man. And you could say what you want about the DJ contract, if it's an overpay or not. I personally don't think it will be by the end of this year. I think Shane just knocked it out of the park with all these contracts. They're fair. They're fair market. Everybody can either earn their money or surpass it still. And they didn't go well beyond and above for any of these guys. They didn't overpay for anybody. They did it so well. Kudos to Shane. Kudos to everybody else doing the contracts behind the scenes. Locking up our left tackle, great run blocker, great pass blocker for the foreseeable future, man. I was in heaven, baby. E, what are your thoughts?
Same, man. I mean, listen, when we were talking, man, I think I was screaming. I was like, oh, like I was literally like just shouting, man, like to the high heavens, because you know what? Andrew Thomas has another great year that we all project him to be. That price tag would have been even more. You know what I mean? So they
100%.
locked him in at the perfect price at the perfect time. Because again, you don't know what he's gonna do, right? So I just think, man, just to have that sure thing at left tackle, man, that surefire, man, why not lock him up long term? Be there for Daniel Jones or whoever else is gonna be there. And I do believe, of course, Daniel Jones, right? Because got the long term contract, right? Of course. So that's what we think, right? So you got your guy there to protect the quarterback, man, and like I say, he's elite, top 5 in the league. go get him, man. So you gave him his money. You don't have to worry about that later on. And still, the Giants are still, I think, like $50 million under the cap or something like that when it comes to projection
Next
of
year?
next year.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So that's insane.
And the way the contract is laid out is brilliant because there's no guaranteed money towards the back. Like he's still going to be here, but that means you have so much flexibility now because that's a player
100%.
you don't mind pushing money back for. He's going to be here.
Yes.
So it gives you a lot of flexibility. Eli, you got that bell on you?
Tuto! Bring that, baby.
Let's go! We
Tuto.
appreciate you as always, brother. Thank you so much.
Dude, I don't know. I should turn off the email notifications every time someone comments on a video because it's just too much sometimes. But the one that I read every single time is Tuto. Like it's uplifting.
It's always got something good.
It's always got something
Love
good.
that.
I don't know where he gets it, if it's like a box of cereal quotes or wherever he's getting it from, but I appreciate it. Tuto, we love you, man.
We
Keep
love
it
you,
up.
brother. Thank you so much, man.
I will say this about, going into camp, right before the Saquon signing, we had this unnecessary little dark cloud, like Chris from Giants Side was saying. For whatever reason, we were so hyped, but we had the Saquon thing hanging over us. The Saquon thing got locked up, and then the AT thing got locked up, and the skies opened up, man. The skies opened up. It was bright. It was sunny the day we got there. It was like a beautiful, beautiful scene. And now the vibes are just so freaking high, man. Seeing, and we'll talk
even
more about
up there
camp,
more, right, Speed? Like it just
everywhere.
took that whole big step.
Next
When
level.
he was like, Saquon, what? What happened, Saquon? What?
Yes.
Andrew Thomas is locked up. Who cares about anything else? You know what I mean? So
God, dude.
it just took,
So
and then we walked in camp extra hyped. Like we walked in there like, yo, we're ready to see this. We're ready to see them, practice. We're ready to see this team. We're ready to see them now. What's going on? So, Joe Shane, shout out to him, man. Credit to him. And also another thing about camp too. I just want to just rewind a little bit. When Dayball came out on the field, guys, can you let the people know? Like people were like, yo, like Bono came out, right? Like freaking like this, the crowd was going nuts on Dave. So that shows you the great job that this organization is doing, not only with the team, but also in the front office as well. So shout out, man. The Giants is just trending up, man. But let me say this.
It was one of the highlights of the day. It was just one of the coolest ways to handle. Like we thought it was cool. Someone comes up and they're like, "Hey, Revival, love your show." And we're like, "Wow!" Like we're so humbled by that. This guy walks by bleachers and people are like, "Ah, it's my
standing O's. He had his rock star glasses on.
Yeah,
and just like. He's like, "What's up? What's up?"
It was just such
chill.
like he's so used to it. Like if he could have a cigar in the middle of the field, he would. That's how cool it was. My goodness,
I can't wait to get to that.
Goodness,
Hey,
Mark D in the house.
Let's go. Hey, Mark, I just want to say thank you, man, for the conversation. We were talking for a minute about the team. I just want to thank you for your intellect about the team, man, and just chatting, man. Like, I had a great time talking to you, brother. So thank you so much, man. Meeting you in person, awesome thing, man. I appreciate you, brother. And saving the seats. That was insane. So thank you so much, man. A legend, man. For real. I appreciate you, man. Double bell. Now, Chris, let me say this. Let me say this, Chris, as well, man, because we've seen some chatter and we also see some live play as well. So I want you to give me your bottom 3 players that might be on a bubble you think thus far with reports, and give me your top 3 standouts or what you think could be can make this team or this roster or the 53.
We'll put you on the spot here, bud.
Putting you right on the spot.
Yeah. As far as my bottom 3,
we'll take one.
If you got one surprise,
I think honestly, Matt Parrott has been here for how long?
Yeah. He's
and
run his course.
I'm torn about that. About what's he gonna do? Where's he gonna go?
That's about it.
I'm skeptical about Jamison Crowder, but I know he has good special teams play, but is that gonna be enough to keep him around? And I like him, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, with all the other wide receivers out there and knowing that Eric Gray can field punt, then enough to keep him around.
Stack room. You're right.
And not a cut candidate, but I need to see him improve is Evan Neal. And I think that guy is going to work anybody.
Yeah.
I agree.
Improve, yes. Definitely not a cut candidate, but
yes,
he's.
we need more.
His development is going to have a huge impact on this year specifically. I mean, that
Mhm.
changes plans. That's a shitty thing if this guy can't get up to snuff
God.
this year. We're in trouble, man, because invested heavy in him, the highest of hopes for him. I still think he's going to be okay, but it's time to start getting there.
I'm hoping and praying that he's going to be okay. I know he played some right tackle, in college, but he's pretty much a left tackle. Then came to Giants and say, hey, go on the other side.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time. Give him some time.
So
It takes
I
years.
know
He's still a
this.
youngin.
I know this. It's just it's hard to not see it develop as fast as I want to see it.
Yeah, as Andrew
I agree.
Thomas. All right, so give us your guy you're planting your flag for. That maybe a little under radar guy that you've seen in camp that you are planting your flag for, you're standing for, that you want to make the team, or that you think is going to make a big impact.
I like that question.
Trey Hawkins.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hell yeah.
Trey Hawkins,
Beast.
baby.
Beast.
I love it.
Trey
Appreciate
Hawkins.
you. Want to elaborate a little more, Chris? Want to elaborate?
I mean, comes in and is he's running the third team, running the second team, taking us back with the first team, and not doing as good as expected. But I see that by the end of the season, I think he can be a Dolphin.
Hey, let's go. Hey, I think he's, if I'm not mistaken, he's from your territory, right? Is he an Old Dominion guy?
I think
Old Dominion, right? Yeah, he's an Old Dominion guy. And shout out to our Virginia people down there, Old Dominion. And we got two now. We got two people. We got O'Shea Zimenez and Trey Hawkins. Let's hope that Trey Hawkins has a little bit of a better career than O'Shea Zimenez, right? Let's hope.
Oh yeah, let's hope for that.
He's already had a better career.
Yeah,
right. But Chris, thank you so much, man,
brother.
for being on the show. Revival Fan of the Month, man. This ain't it for you, man. We're gonna have some more stuff coming for you. All right, we're gonna have some more fun with you here. All right.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for stopping by the show, man. That's what we do. Share the platform with the people that support us, man. So thank you so much, my brother. We'll catch you on the next one, Chris.
Hey, Chris. We're gonna have our drinking contest separate. I promise you. We got our drinking contest coming up. Me and you.
All right.
I won't forget you.
Washington or Jets?
Ooh, Jets.
Which game?
Jets. Let's go.
We'll be there.
Make yourself available. Get yourself.
Oh yeah,
Jets for sure.
I'll be there.
You gotta be there.
All right, sir. Appreciate you, man.
All right, Chris. Thanks, brother.
All right, Chris. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
You know what?
Man,
you
that was
never forget your first super chat.
Dude. Absolutely not.
And
absolutely, Chris is a man.
We're getting a little behind here, so we got to catch up real quick before we bring on our special guest.
Let's go. Thank you.
Shout out.
Cheers.
Emily.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Emily.
If you weren't here in the beginning, we're getting back there Friday. Me and Spiro are for sure. Eli's trying to get there. We hope he can join us.
Trying.
But we will be back there Friday. I will take as much video as I can until they kick me out of there. And I'll try to. I'll get more and more aggressive as the day goes on. Once I don't mind getting kicked out, or if I'm getting ready to go anyway, I'll just stand on the fence and start taking videos.
Let's say this. Because guys, when we was on that sideline talking to all those beat reporters, shout out Art Stapleton too. Like we held some weight. We all right. We can get away with some video. We can get away with it. We got you. Don't worry. We got some weight. Shockingly, we got some weight, so we can get away with it. So we got you guys for sure. Appreciate the super chat, Emily. Thank you so much, man. But guys, I want to get to the big dog too.
One more.
Wait, hold on.
One more.
Oh, there's one more. Oh.
Yeah.
Tudo's back.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I dropped my mail. Shout out to as usual,
Okay,
man.
I feel like we actually have to read this one. Hold on.
Oh, yes, for sure.
I hope everyone's got
the
the Peacock app. I haven't been activated yet. Okay. Thank you for the backstory. But I've been asked to assist Italian rugby national team DCs on a sidelines next Saturday versus the Irish. Please, everyone, pray for our victims. We will pray for you and your victims.
Absolutely, buddy.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm getting into rugby right now, so I will definitely try to make
It's a
this
violent
match.
sport, man.
I enjoy. I don't quite
impressive.
understand everything about rugby.
Neither do I.
But I love watching it. I can tell you
Hell
that much.
yeah.
Those,
Very
dudes,
physical.
those dudes are crazy, dude.
They're nuts.
Crazy.
They're all nuts.
It's like more physical than football with half.
I don't think it got pads. Do they? Do they got pads?
No, they don't.
Exactly. Like
their bodies
like,
don't have
crazy.
pads. They have like little leather helmets, like the old school football days or something. I don't know. They're crazy. They're crazy.
Dude,
They're real men.
nuts, man.
They make
NFL
guys. You know.
Let's get to business here. We have we've had our guests waiting for too long already.
Way too long here, man. I was trying to do the whole big but guys, hold on, man. Let's make this right here. If you guys don't know this guy, you've been living under a rock. All right, I don't know what to tell you. But if you don't know who this is Big Dash, and Big Dash knows what? Giants football. Round of applause.
Let's go.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on, fellas?
Round of applause. Big Dash knows. Thank you for joining the revival. Thank you for your time, man. How's everything, brother?
Thank you. Can you guys hear me good? Am I coming through?
You're good, man.
You're good.
Okay, perfect.
Perfectly.
Nah, man. I salute to you guys for having me on. Like again, you guys are the guys, man. You're the man. You guys are the famous people out there in the practices, having fun out there with the people. You know what I mean? Enjoying it with the people. So I haven't got my chance to be out there with the people yet. I can't wait.
Big Dash, let me tell you one thing. Honestly, before you even sent that super chat, me and the guys were talking behind the scenes. We're like, yo, we got to get Big Dash. Yeah, get Big Dash. Big Dash. And long and behold, man, your ears must have been on fire because you sent the super chat just because. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Freaking Big Dash, man. Let's get him in there. Let's get this.
I'm always lurking. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere.
We appreciate.
I'm always looking for negativity so I can snipe it. So I'm always there. I'm always there.
Guys, go subscribe to Big Dash. Where they can find you real quick, man, and then we're gonna get into some Giants football, man. Let the people know.
Yeah, it's just Big Dash Knows on all social media platforms except for Facebook. I'm on Facebook with my actual government. So if you're lucky enough to see me on Facebook, that's my government. So
got you.
Yeah, for some reason I can't change the name, so I don't know what's going on with that. So my government is on there. It's on there.
But Big Dash, man, we got training camp, of course, man, and you've been kind of dissecting of what's going on, man. Trey Hawkins, what a shining star coming out of camp, man. Did you expect this going in, that he was going to be that guy as a standout at this point?
Nah, totally unexpected. You get a lot of guys that have a high raw score, but don't actually, the skill set doesn't match, the actual on the field play. But this guy seems like the real deal, man. I've been trying to pump my brakes. I keep saying I gotta calm down. I don't want to jump out the window, get too excited.
I know.
But every test, we wanted to see him with the run against the ones, and he did that yesterday and today, and he still looks good. So it might be official, fellas. It actually might be official. He might be the real deal. And if he is, oh man.
Dude, it changes so much about this team and the secondary, which we were all worried about. Well, now you're talking about, like a Doria could slide inside. You could do all these different things, right? You still got Flott, who's like kind of like the fourth guy in that secondary all of a sudden. When before camp, we were thinking he's slated in to be a starter. He's definitely starting. Like, what a good problem. And we forgot that hitting on late round draft picks was an option. Right? Aside from Darius Slayton, what fucking late round pick did anything for the Giants in the last 4 years?
Yeah, you can't name any.
You can't name any. And then you look at other rosters that are doing well. They all you got to have like at least one per draft. You got to have somebody show up that was not worth a top 4 pick, right? And this is that guy, and he's showing out, man. He's exciting so far, dude.
I totally agree. And what do you think of Darnay Holmes now on this, guys? I want to get y'all what do you think of Darnay at this point? Wouldn't that put him on a bubble?
Man.
I'm just saying. And Dash, let us know.
Darnay just got the raise, obviously, because of his percentage of snaps he was playing. He was a third rounder, but because of the percentage, he got a little bit of boost in his salary. So he was just at $2 million. I think he earned like an extra $750,000, I think, on his contract, something like that.
It was too much.
It wasn't, but now it's like, how much of that is dead cap, and then how much of that can you save to add to your operational money during the season? But man, like I said, it hurts and it sucks to say that, but hey, it is what it is. This is the business. When you have a good problem, like too much talent on the team, things like that happens. So like I said, I want to pump my brakes still. I want to calm down just a little bit. But I'm telling you, Trey Hawkins looks like the real deal. And I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
Well, yeah. You know what? It's funny because like at first we tried to like we didn't try to diminish it, but we're like, all right, let's calm down because he's going against third string, second string, and we've seen guys, flash in camp early and then they fade out in the end. But now Daboll's talking about Dave's is like, he has earned first team snaps and he's going to get his chance. And he the first day he kept his own. He got beat by one touchdown, which was a great pass by Daniel Jones to pass Campbell. And there's a couple plays here and there they got beat, but listen, he's not going to not get beat, but he's competitive. He had a couple pass breakups today, and you worried about like cornerback. We might have to make a move, right? Before he emerged, we might have to get a veteran in here. Now, maybe you could roll with this. Maybe you could roll with the Hawkins and Banks and Adoree maybe, and let's not make too much of Adoree playing the slot, right? Like that is an option now that we can go to if somebody's killing you in the slot, like a CD Lamb week 1. He is always in the slot. You can move Adoree in there possibly.
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to stay there, right?
Now, that's the one thing too. That's the one thing because people, they always think it's like it might be negative. You're moving Adoree into the slot. No, that's actually a positive because if he's in the slot, he's covering the other team's best receiver. It's still, it's still a win-win, and you just have that option of putting somebody on the outside that you feel is not that much of a drop down when it comes to talent. But yeah, like I said, I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited about it.
Hold on. The producers just came in. Hold on 1 second, and we're gonna get Big Dash hold that thought. We got a super chat that came in, very important.
Okay.
Hefe, what you got?
Well,
NYG.
I'll talk to this one. I'll talk to this one real quick. Not that Dash isn't pretty.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
He wants to know about these ladies. So Annie Agar,
very quick,
we actually had slated for last week. We weren't promoting it yet for this reason, to be honest. But she's busy. She had a road trip, whatever. That's why you wait till it happens, right? So she's, if anyone doesn't know her, she makes like funny NFL sketches. I've been following her for a while, making similar kind of videos in the same vein. But her first video went fucking bonkers viral. Yeah. So this girl hit the ground running like nothing you've ever seen. She now works for Bally's and travels the country doing NFL red carpets and shit like that. So dreams do come true. And Kay Adams, we made contact with. Actually, our fan of the month, Chris Peace, talk about earning.
That was the big one.
It was his tweet that Kay Adams responded to. She's going to be at camp on Friday. I'm going to take one more stab.
He's at the style line.
I am going to take one more stab before Friday because if she's
I'm going to say this, guys, and we're going to leave it as is when it comes to our Miss Kay Adams. She'll be a revivalist very shortly. But wait a minute, hold on now. She'll be a revivalist shortly. Listen, we got people that know her. We got people, all right? We're gonna make this happen. Shout out to Kay Adams. Shout outs to Annie as well. We're gonna make that happen for you guys.
We got one more chat for Dash,
big.
actually.
Oh, we got for Dash. All right, hold on now. What we got? Let's go.
Emily coming through. Emily,
let's go.
Let's go, Emily.
It says,
bro.
It says Giantology, the study of New York Giants football. That's what it is.
Did you coin that?
Just talk ball here.
That's one of my shirts. Yeah, that's one of my shirts. It's on the I have it in the shop. Yeah.
Go get that merch.
Go get that, man. That's fire.
Yeah.
But Big Dash, I'm sorry. Finish your thoughts. We just had to get to the supers, man. They're important.
Absolutely.
The supers. You know what I mean?
Gotta respect the fan base. Gotta respect the people that support the channel and the community. Absolutely. What I was going to say is just this: what Trey Hawkins is doing, right? Just say Deonte Banks was doing the same thing. It would be, outrageous. Like people would be. Like I said, what he's doing is big. What he's doing is very, very big. And again, he did it at all three levels: third team, second team, and now with the first team. So we have to respect what's going on with Trey Hawkins. And I'm just saying, if Deonte Banks was doing the same thing, it will be fire right now.
I want to hear what your thoughts are here because it seems like they're putting Deonte through the ringer here. Speaking of Deonte, I want to shift over here, and they're putting him on Darren Waller. They're putting him on Hodgins. They're not taking it easy on our first round pick. Do you think this is a good strategy? Putting him through the ringer now and seeing what he's made of, or does it maybe overwhelm him? What's your thoughts on this?
No, absolutely, because of his mentality. I think he can take it. We saw the interview with his college coach talking about he has a short-term memory when it comes to getting beat and stuff like that. Right. He's able to get right back to it. So I think because now this is before Trey Hawkins was balling. too.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you see your teammate ball, and then you want to step up your game too, especially. And we saw that today a little bit too. He was able to make some plays. But I think he's fine. I absolutely would do this because guess what? The world is not going to treat him any easier either. Those first 4 games is Dallas, maybe not so much with Arizona, but the 49ers and then the Seattle Seahawks. Let him get his bumps and bruises now because he's going to face a lot of hard competition going, right off the bat when it comes to the season. So I'm happy with it. Baptized by fire. Keep doing it to him. Let him grow. Sink or swim. Sink or swim.
Totally agree. And you know what? And we're looking at camp right now. We're seeing this guy, man. We traded for him, Darren Waller. Is this a pleasant surprise or what? I mean, if we getting exactly what we expected from Darren Waller, your thoughts on it thus far, my brother? What you got?
Yeah, I just think about when we first got him, it was all about hoping that he was going to be just a glimpse of what he was before. And we're seeing exactly what he thought we were going to get. And I'm just absolutely excited. And it's funny, too, because now people are kind of knocking Daniel Jones for targeting him so much. But what's the reason why you have him?
Exactly.
Right?
You throw the ball to him, right? That's why you got him. You want and build that chemistry, man. And he's looking unguardable. And whether it's 7-on-7, 11-on-11, or even the 1-on-1 drills, he's getting open against corners, linebackers, and safeties. I'm ready for that too. Yeah, fellas, I'm excited, fellas.
What were we worried about, right? Like the first thing we were worried about is like, is he going to be another Galladay? Because we spent big money on Galladay. We thought like he was on the end of his career, and everybody, unrealistically or not, had a little bit of fear because he hasn't put up a healthy season in 2 years. He's come out, and Galladay has never done anything like what Waller has been doing in practice. He has been flat out dominant to the point where they had to drag Waller off the field so DJ could start throwing to some other people, and lo and behold, Waller came off the field and DJ was still diming up a couple people. So you love to see it both ways. You love to see him forcing the ball because Waller is not a guy that's going to create a ton of separation, but you got to throw him the ball. It doesn't matter if he looks open or not. You throw him the ball and you let him make plays. And DJ looks more confident than I ever seen, and he's diming people up like that, man. And Paris Campbell, same thing. Back shoulder throwing people on coverage, dude. And so I think that Waller's brought this little confidence to DJ, this whole offense, and everybody is just clicking right now, and it's great to see, man. It's great to see.
Yeah, no, when I think about Waller, like I said, you always want to throw him the ball. And the only bad play we had was the most spectacular one-handed interception, right? But you still give him that chance. But it took the most spectacular interception in order for you to slow down Darren Waller. So I mean, you throw that man the ball every time you get a chance.
Nobody cares about how many targets Kelsey is getting. You feed the man until they figure out how to stop it. It's like the same thing with people like calling Hyatt like a one-trick pony just because he was doing this thing in college that nobody could stop. Don't hold that against him. Nobody could fucking stop.
It's a good trick. It's a good trick.
Yeah. Right.
If it keeps working, absolutely right.
Sometimes you only need one trick.
Yes.
Damn right. Damn right.
Damn. Oh damn.
My goodness.
Damn. Money is rolling in.
Oh my goodness.
Shout out to Precious.
We love you.
Shout out to Precious.
Day
you know
one.
what, man?
That's a day one.
I think we might have to do something special.
You better get your ass over there right now, E, and just walk your ass over there.
I know. I give her the biggest hug the next time I see her. Press, appreciate you. Thank you. You don't have to. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Thank you so much.
We got some of that. I tell you, Giants community is fantastic, man.
They are
the
great.
support is fantastic.
I don't care though, in what any of those fucking stupid polls saying that the Giants are the dumbest fan base. Shut up.
I'll take us. I'll take it.
My fan base over any other fan base 10 out of 10 times. Let's go. We love all.
I totally agree. And Big Dash right now, man, I don't think people, I don't know. You gave your record prediction on what the Giants could be. Your honest opinion, win-loss right now. What do you think the Giants and what their record is going to look like? And I'm going to ask a two-parter. I'm asking you a two-parter.
Okay.
Do you think Daniel Jones take that 30-touchdown leap, 25 touchdown, 28 touchdown leap? Do you see that Daniel Jones taking that next step this year as well? So I need your record, and then let's see if you got Daniel Jones taking that big leap as well.
Okay, so I had a early prediction right when the schedule dropped, and I was like, 10-7. I'm looking at the schedule, 10-7, and in that prediction, I even had us below 500 at a point. But then going on a run after the bye, where some of those games eases up outside of like the Philadelphia game. But I'm still thinking the same thing. Again, I'm not jumping way out the window. This schedule is a really tough schedule. So I'm still saying 10-7. I'll keep it at that. And when it comes to Daniel Jones, absolutely.
Let's go.
Absolutely. Now,
Talk about it.
What I'm seeing right now, and again, it's just training camp. I understand that. It's 7-on-7. It's 11-on-11. I understand that. But last year, when it was 7-on-7 and 11, it didn't look like this. It didn't look like this.
You're right.
So everybody that wants to tell you, I say pump your brakes, but even when it comes to Daniel Jones and what you're seeing right now, it's absolutely different from what you've seen before. Not saying that he couldn't do it. I'm just saying that it looks like the zip on the ball, the throwing into double coverage, that one rope on the sideline for Jalen Hyatt when he toe tapped it. Dude, like we haven't seen stuff like that, even in practice.
No.
And if he could take that, have that kind of confidence and take that into the season, what I think is going to be 10-7, could be 11-6, could be 12-5. It could be something absolutely ridiculous. But right now, again, I'm pumping my brakes because the excitement level is ridiculous right now. Mike,
you're right.
Listen,
it's going too well.
Let me comment. Well right exactly. I don't want it to be the quiet before the storm, anything like that. So I want to be, but like I said, I'm excited about this season. I can't wait. I will say this, and I'll stand on that. We're winning week 1. Dallas, we're beating Dallas week 1.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm looking at what they're doing. I'm looking at Dak not looking too good even in practices, because they talk about our practices. Don't worry about it. It's not serious. But when you see he's throwing interceptions and things like that. So listen, I can't wait, man.
It's funny how that works, right?
Week 1 is going to be a movie. I'm telling you.
I totally agree. And I think we're going to be on cloud 9. But Big Dash, are you going to any games this season, brother?
I'm going to the San Francisco game. I'm going to be there.
Okay.
Yep. Because I'm in the Bay Area. I got I got my ticket like 3-4 months ago. I forget when I had it so long I forgot I had it. Like that's how long I had the ticket. But no, Thursday night football, I'm gonna be in the building against the 49ers. I'm gonna try to see if I can meet up with LPG for the tailgating, because he did say he was gonna be there. So hopefully I can meet up with him. But Thursday night football, and that's their home opener.
Oh, that's right.
So I will be in the building. I might look like the Black Wink Martindale. I'm thinking about dressing up like Wink with the cutoff and everything, and the white long sleeve underneath. I just got to cut my sleeves off, but I already got the setup. I'm ready to go. But that you might see me if I can get a clipboard in the building, maybe. Sunglasses. I'm trying to make it on the television, man. I'm trying to be one of those people they see on the television. I got pretty good seats too, so
let's go.
So you got the Giants.
You don't know.
You got the Giants winning week 1. Our guys. These are real guys. The Giant Insider.
Yes.
They're bullish on this week 1.
I mean,
let's go.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if you get bad Dak,
let's go, Giant Insider, man.
Jerry, I know it's Jerry out there. I know it.
That's Jerry. Jerry, can you confirm? Is that Jerry? It's Jerry. Come on,
It's Jerry. We know
but
it.
Dude,
I know
to win 30-13.
You say it's Jerry?
Yeah.
You're talking about.
Jerry's always the one that he's on my level. Glass half full. He's always on my level.
I got a bold prediction for that Dallas game too when it comes to the defense.
Okay.
Talk to me.
I think Kayvon Thibodeau, right? Kayvon Thibodeau has a 3-sack game against Dallas. I think he gets all 3 of those sacks in the first half. 3 sacks in the first half. Kayvon Thibodeau. Put me down for that. I saw him come off the side on Andrew Thomas a couple practices ago. Tyron Smith can't block that. He can't block that. Terrence Steele can't block that on the other side either.
You're right.
And I'm telling you, I think he gets in there early. And you see, the man's running gashers on the side, like in between reps.
Dude,
like he's getting ready.
He's getting
ready
right now.
And so I can't wait to see it.
Shout out to Kayvon, because he is all business. The kids were screaming for his autograph, and he was just saying, just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Just give me a minute. He was so focused on just camping his reps. He was just like, just hold up, just let me. And he kept pointing to his helmet, like, just let me think. You know what I mean? So he's ready. So I can see that happening in week 1. Write that down. He's locked in, man. I totally agree.
Let's talk about Tyron Smith maybe having not much left in the tank. He's 33 years old. He's missed how many? 33 games over the past 3 years. He was getting forklifted by Micah Parsons in practice. Like he might be toast. So,
hey man, his gas light is on. The gas light is on.
Right.
Check engine.
It is on. Yeah.
I got to tell Dash one thing, because from being at camp, right? To see it in person. One thing you were right about, the zip on the ball from Daniel Jones. It's there in a real way, and those accurate passes, those tight window throws are all there.
Yeah.
What Spiro said, that having Waller and just seeing these passes being completed pretty much at will is giving him the confidence to make these other throws. I truly believe that. But aside from all that, having been at camp last year, forget the actual football, right? The body language and the aura around the Giants, it was like, is it Daniel Jones or is it Tyrod? We don't know what the new coach is going to do. We don't know what's happening if DJ's a guy. The difference with DJ under center versus Tyrod, you could feel it in the air. DJ is the guy. He's walking around like he knows he's the guy, always humble, of course, but like he has got a different kind of confidence about him that he'll never be showy. He'll never be like that kind of guy. But it's a different feeling. And I think everyone else is kind of like, okay, we might have something here. And if they win week 1, like you're talking about, forget it, man. You can do whatever you want this season.
You know what helps? 84 million in the bank helps too. That
sure.
That'll give you a lot of confidence too.
He's still a goddamn goofball though in interviews though. The guy, you're right.
He's absolutely goofy still.
What would your rating be on Madden, Daniel? Like, what is that?
What kind of dog are you? A lab? Like, come on, Daniel. Look, but listen, Big Dash. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by.
Anytime,
we want to do this again. Of course, man, when the season kicks off and underway, because we got to pick that brain of yours, man. We got to pick that brain. But, guys, go follow Big Dash Knows on all platforms except for Facebook, right? Because that's
that's my – listen, I share all the stuff on there. So if you see me, that's my real name.
That's real Dash.
I have one of the most boring names ever. Like, ever. It's super boring.
Listen, guys, whoever finds Big Dash's Facebook and his government's the next Revival fan of the month. All right, that's how we're going to do it.
Oh, man. That's not even hard to do.
But Big Dash, thank you so much, man, for stopping by. We do appreciate you, my brother. Blessings.
Absolutely. The best. All right, thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
We'll catch up.
Brother.
Shout out.
Peace. Shout out to we gotta bring him back. Bring him back. Shout out to who?
I said shout out to Chris, the guy who was on here before me. Chris, I love Chris. Chris Peace. Shout out to Chris. I had to follow Chris. I was shaking in my boots. That man is spectacular. Chris is I was mad that he wasn't at work though, because he's at the bar all the time. He had his beer, but he wasn't at the bar. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Chris though. You guys have a good one though, man.
Later, man. Appreciate
later,
man.
I
love Big Dash, man. His content is incredible, man. And I just want to thank you guys for putting me on, and my man Big Dash knows.
Oh, he's the best.
He's got great. If anybody hasn't seen his videos yet, they're awesome. Like 8 to 10 minutes, easy to digest videos, really good videos. He's also got the best lighting in the game. Like I don't know how he makes his room look like that. The guy's got some professional lighting going on. He's got funny little clips of your favorite movies to mix in with the Giants content. The dude's got his own lane, which I love. That anybody that can find their own lane in this game has got my respect, and I love it. He's definitely one of those dudes. Go follow him. Great follow.
Absolutely.
I totally agree, man. And shout out to the Revival Fan of the Month, Chris Peace. Thank you so much for stopping by the show. But guys, we gave you guys almost an hour here. It's almost time to wrap up. You know what I mean? We tried, right? But guys, don't forget this Friday, man. New York Revival will be at Giants training camp, man. It might be 2, it might be 3. But guys, I'm trying. All right, the job got me. Until you guys help me get to the plateau, I'll go to these things every day for y'all.
Keep those super chats coming. Let's get you on
Buy the merch. No DJ slander, right? New York Revival. Yes. That spirit. You know what? Y'all see it at the end. I can't even get it right now. But guys, listen. Thank you, man. Thank you to the super chats, man. Everybody that tuned in tonight, we thank you so much. Shout out to the Revivalists. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And on behalf of my brother, man, you guys know who this is, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's Speed if you nasty now.
Let's go. Come on.
And my brother El Jefe, a.k.a. White Jersey, a.k.a. Blue Jersey. And as what Giant Insider put in the chat, damn it, Daniel. And we want to appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next one, or we'll see you Friday. Peace and blessings. Y'all be well. Yeah.